Hey everybody, Tony George, DocSports.com. TGIF, big weekend on tap. It starts tonight. The top play madness continues here, and we're going to bag ourselves a big NBA play tonight. 6-unit, only the second 6-unit play in the NBA this season. We've bagged our first one. We're on a 10-5 run, and this is a 6-unit position tonight with a very soft line, and we're going to get paid twice on payday. DocSports.com. Click the link in the description below. If you've never been a member at Docs, 95% of the stuff over there is free, and there's a ton of free information, free picks, videos, anything you need, odds, scores, matchups. Click the link, get over there, claim that free $60, and get it for free tonight. And we'll back it up with a pure profit guarantee. That's the big news. The other big play news here before we get to everything else on deck here, and a free NBA play and a lean in college football. So a twofer on Friday for you. In a good mood today, although despite losing NBA and college yesterday and winning in the NHL. We're passing in the NHL. There's only 2 games. Big slate of games tomorrow. I don't know who's scheduling this NHL stuff. 2 games on a Friday and then a ton on Saturday with competition with football and everything. I don't know what they're thinking there, but we're not going to mess around tonight in the NHL. Full pass and got a win yesterday. Going to go on a run in the NHL. Going to go on a run in college basketball. Last night we had Utah over Coastal Carolina in the Myrtle Beach tournament, and Coastal Carolina waxed them, with Utah shooting 33% from the floor and 4 for 28 for 17% from three-point range. When that happens, you don't cover spreads. But tonight, rest assured, I'm not happy with this little bit of a slide we have in college basketball, and it's been low volume, but we have 2 plays tonight, aside in a total of 4-unit and a 3-unit play. One is an afternoon tourney game, and one is a totals play tonight out here west. And we're going to bag these 7 units. We're going to get it done in college basketball for you. Football. I don't need to tell you about our prowess in college football this year. So we've won 9 out of 11 Saturday cards. We're 9-2 against the spread with any play of 6 units or more. We have a 7-unit top play tomorrow. Blowout where everybody thinks it's not going to be. I have it. I'm not afraid of this one. On a 5-pack. A 5-pack, well over 60% on the year. 5-pack, 7-unit top play. In the NFL, the double douche, the double dip, whatever you want to call it. Guess what we got? We got a 6-unit totals play on a 4-pack on Sunday, and on Monday Night Football, my biggest Monday Night Football position of the season, a 7-unit pick. Get it now. Go get them. You get them free for that. Use that $60. Put it to work for you. Don't stand on the sidelines watching the paint dry. This is when you stuff your pocket full of money. Football weekend. It's there. It's ready for you. That's the hype. That's all there is to it. So get over to Docs. Make it happen. Big winner for you last night in the Colts game. Colts and Texans. Colts should have won it. They won on the hook. Mrs. George is a proxy out here for Circa and Westgate, and every single play that got turned in for this week, they have to turn them in on Thursdays if they're taking a Thursday game. Every single one of those guys was on the Colts last night. Boy, they were sweating that out. But free play, on the hook, winner. And I did say in my video that half a point on the 3 may play heavy in that game, and it did. The value of a half a point off a fall number when you're taking and not laying is huge in the NFL. Lesson learned last night. Colts should have won that game. Should have won it. They missed Marlon Mack. I told you he's one of the best running backs in the league. They missed him. And frankly, I was shocked at how well defensively Texas played. But you hold the team to 20 points on the road and don't win. Unusual, but it happened. That being said, let's talk about football and NBA tonight. And we're going to talk specifically about Boston and Denver, which is going to be a hell of a good basketball game tonight. Really is. A couple good teams. Boston, Philly, Milwaukee, kind of the trio of really, really good teams in the East. Denver gets lumped in the top four, out west, although I haven't seen them at their full potential yet this year. They're a little bit of head scratching from time to time. But this falls into the scheduling scenario that we've talked about both in Gambling 101, Sports Betting 101 here on how to bet the NBA. And one thing about the NBA, 40% of your handicap is scheduling. That's it. This is the fifth road game in 8 days for Boston, and it ends in the altitude in Denver at Mile High. That's it. You fade them. You fade them. And you're playing a team that is ranked second in points allowed, and third in defensive efficiency in the NBA. What does that mean? If you've got tired legs, if you're ready to get home, you're on your fifth game in 8 days on a brutal road trip that included a loss in their last game in overtime to the LA Clippers. Denver's laying 4.5. That's your play. Lay 4.5. Take Denver. Boston ready to get home. How many times have I told you when these East Coast teams travel west and end in either Utah in the altitude or Denver in the altitude on their fifth or sixth game? It's always a fade spot. I'm practicing what I preach, boys. Take the Nuggets tonight over the Celtics. Lay the 4.5. There is a college football game tonight. There was one last night. That was ugly. Georgia Tech, North Carolina State. What has happened to that program? Wow. But, so they lost that quarterback they had a couple years ago or last year. But, that being said, Wyoming taking on Colorado State tonight. Wyoming's laying 6.5, total 51. Now, Wyoming's well coached by Craig Bowl, ex-defensive coordinator at Nebraska. Then he went up and put North Dakota State on the map and won all those games before he took this job. You take a look at some of the games that Wyoming's been in here, and they've lost a lot of close games. They also lost Chambers, their quarterback, a couple weeks ago, and the new guy stepping in threw 3 picks last week against Utah State, -3 in the turnover category. They lose by 5. They lost to Boise State in overtime by 3. They lost to 4 by San Diego State, who, by the way, is playing for the West Division crown against Hawaii on Saturday night in a big game out on the island. And they lost to 3 by Tulsa. They beat Missouri, an SEC team, which isn't saying much because Missouri sucks. But they beat an SEC team. Mountain West dominating the SEC. UNLV beat Vandy. What's going on there? But nonetheless, one thing that Wyoming does and does very well is run the football. Big time. They've outrushed every opponent this year in college football they played. Every opponent. And they only allow 98 yards a game. They have a clock-eating offense. I don't see Colorado State scoring a bunch of points here. They're not going to be able to establish the run. They're on the road. I'll take the under 51 for a lean in college football in the Wyoming-Colorado State game. Your free play is the Denver Nuggets against the road weary Boston Celtics tonight. We've got a crap load of plays over at DocSports.com for you, including a top play in the NBA tonight, 3 top plays in football, kicking ass and taking names, big 7-unit college basketball card. We're going to sweep 2-0 tonight. Come on over, visit the site. 11 other handicappers over there as well. Red hot in college football. Come take advantage of it on Saturday. Get your card now, get good lines, and get paid.